And we should be getting there. We should be getting there. I think we're live. So I have food, so I'm going to turn my webcam off in just a moment. There we go. Right, webcam's off to the meeting. Let's grab the tablet, put on some music, and just vibe. I didn't sleep last night, but I'm in a surprisingly decent mood, which is somewhat suspicious, if I do say so myself. What am I feeling today? So, Hannah said she's going to be joining us, so I hope she's not too long. Missy Bagel Chips may join us. Gotta dump those. Get this guy back mining, fill the ore box door for things. Sorry I'm quiet, I'm eating. We're doing okay. I don't know. Hopefully somebody comes soon. I don't know. Sorry, I'm quite good. I know I should be talking, but I always struggle when there's nobody in chat, you know? I don't know, we'll hang about it for like 20 minutes. If nobody joins, we'll shoot off. You know me, when I've not slept, I'm not completely dedicated. I really need to do all these keys at some point. We're missing all of the cores today. Not good. What does my phone want? Anna, welcome, welcome. Before you ask the question, I got no face cam because I'm eating. Yeah, I don't like eating on camera. Well known. You want ice cream? I'm funnily enough got ice cream. Banana and toffee ice cream I've got. Except I'm shaking my head, missus. I don't mind as much in person as I do on camera for some reason. Yeah, I didn't sleep last night because of pain, as you know. And I'm just really uncomfortable today. I'm not in anywhere near as much pain, but I'm very uncomfortable. She's not great. It's fine. I'm just doing these keys while snacking. How is your day been, Hannah? How has your day been? Or is going? I don't... It's late for you, right? Your day was okay. Well, that's good to hear. papering in the morning and working in the afternoon. Doesn't sound too bad. Mrs. Pickle Chips, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. But I'm just eating, so bear with me. Bear with me, why? I'm nearly done, and then FaceCam will be on. You're still waking up, I guessed as much. I guessed as much. Damn time zones. It's early in the morning for Mrs. Pickle Chips. It's late at night for Hannah. It's dreadful. Did I get? Oh, 22 and 3. Nothing insane. Early is a strong word in the 10 AM. That's early to me! I only wake up at like 2 PM, let's go. I shouldn't even be awake right now. Actually, I should just about. You woke up 7:30 this morning, you're stupid. Why are you stupid? Right, that's keep done on that count. I don't know why you woke up that early. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I get what you're saying. Your body's like, wake up time, let's go. Oof. Right, where's the button? Hi guys! Yes, Spec Space is here. Unfortunately, it's not very attractive. But hey, I'm doing my best. I'm in a weirdly good mood, guys. I'm not gonna question it, but like, what the hell? Again, though, it's good to see you. I appreciate that. I just wish I was more attractive for you, you know? Well, thank you for that. Go and dump these all. Click the things. We're not getting good drops. Not gonna lie. I don't even know what to do going on there. That's all the keys done. This time we can go back to mining. Dump this, we're gonna do the exact same on this account now. Does anybody have any plans for the Sunday for those of you who have not yet had your Sundays? You know? Clicking all the things. So for those of you who've got a Sunday coming up, how's it going? And for those of you who've not, i.e. Hannah, what have you got planned for next week? Anything interesting? Don't treat your friend to coffee that has ice cream on the inside around the mug. Sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. 10 out of 10. Wish I was trying your ice cream, you know? Wait. You know what I mean. Trying ice cream with you is what I meant to say. I'm tired, okay? Accidental innuendo, you know? With my foot's in my mouth. Clicking all the things. So this account will be the next one. What is mid left, bottom? I don't know. I'm gonna have to start numbering these. Which one is timed out? Have I got one extra window open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, is my... Is there a RuneScape? Have you got a hidden one? Why? What? I guess we're playing an extra account, guys. I don't know what's going on anymore, okay? Guys, I need more monitors. I never thought I'd be saying that at 5 monitors, but yeah, here we are. At least I'm in a good mood, right? Even though I've not slept. I think the only thing that could make it worse is not being in a good mood. Oh. So I had a busy night of RuneScaping because I didn't sleep. I got in bed, I was in bed for like 2.5, 3 hours, and I was like, this ain't happening. Let's just go back on RuneScape. That's good, I agree, I agree. I'm guessing Missy Pickle Chips have gone to make tea or breakfast or something. Did she say? No, she didn't specify. That could be my guess, unless she says otherwise. Yeah, empty garbage, no tea. That's fair. Not a bad guess from me. What does this account mean? Necrotic strength. I'm doing more of this. I hate and love keys at the same time. Oh no, Tiefel, a Tiefel, do you say? What was that noise? I don't recognize that noise. I don't know what it was. Alright, that's that one done. A Tiefel, do you say? That's not good. Wasted tea. Well, that's terrible, Mrs. Purple Chips. Wasted tea and on your debt. They will write songs of your heroic loss for decades and generations to come. You know? You know, some tea may be spilled, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. But I hate when things like that happen, Mrs. Purple Chips. Especially because all the cool, unfortunate things always happen to me not on camera. You know, can I at least record some of these things if they're gonna happen? Okay. Your deck's covered in non-permeable surface, so it's not a big deal, that's fair. Makes sense, makes sense. So I'll try not to let you do that. Do you do this frequently? You know, you just said that like, oh yes, this happens so frequently, I know exactly how to deal with it. There's this one small part where the T can't go, but everywhere else is per game. You know? Spill some into your computer. Don't worry, I've done this hundreds of times before. I see, I see. Oh, I think this keyboard tray is not fully deployed. Ah, okay, okay. Sorry, I don't know why this has just popped in my brain, but when I had one of my root canals done, my most recent one, I had sedation, so I had benzodiazepine injected into me to relax me because I get very anxious in the dentist. And after he was done, I was like, "Oh, is that it?" He goes, "Yeah, you're done." And I'm like, "That was the most pleasant root canal I've ever had." And it just popped back in my brain suddenly. I'm just like, I bet they don't hear that very often. Which, I mean, I guess that's the sedation working, right? I don't know why it just has popped back in my brain now, but I'm just giggling at myself. Yes, Hannah? Did you leave and come back? Am I good? Do I say welcome back? Ah, okay, okay, well, welcome back. Like the usual, some Saturday chores. Yeah, but you're an adult, so you can do that. on the advantages of being an adult, you know. There's not many advantages, but that's one of them. That's very true. I've just got this idea of you making garments faster than you wear them, just so you don't have to do any laundry. You just frantically must finish shirt, need clothes. You're washing your clothes because you're sweating so much. Makes sense. I mean, you are in Korea. I like it how, like, nobody I know regular says South Korea. We just say Korea. Because, like, North Korea may as well just not exist to the outside world for most of the time. It's so hot and humid. Yeah, I imagine so. Welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Welcome to the stream today. How is your day going? Going well, did 3 hours AG. Nice, let's go. Yeah, I can only play these. Am I missing in the count here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're missing an account. This one. Cause you, I'm okay. I didn't sleep last night, so I'm running 100% on sugar and caffeine right now, but apart from that, I'm good. I'm actually gonna click that, and then you can disappear, and I can get my usual window. But I knew there was something wrong that couldn't fathom me. You can then play on so many accounts at the same time. I play 9 accounts when I'm not streaming. Yeah, I need like screen for OBS and stuff, so I only play 7 when I'm live. Dreadful, I know. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated, Queen. A queen among ladies. I don't know, guys. I'm like... Just bear with me, okay? So you're new. Maybe tell me about yourself. Where you're from, what do you like to do, how long you've been playing RuneScape, those kind of things. Yeah, I don't talk as much as I would like, but it takes so much concentration. Do AG series, you also stream? I'm not going to tell you off, but please review my rules. Talking about you streaming yourself is considered a self-promo on Twitch and is generally frowned upon. I don't care that much. Like, if you do it repeatedly, I'll have an issue, but like, it's not the end of the world, you know. I'm just saying, I treat everybody the same in my chat. I can't have one rule for one and not for another. Did I say that right? You know how it is. I meant your real life, not game. Like, you have a family, you know? Brothers, sisters. That kind of thing. I have 2 brothers. I'm pansexual. I'm autistic. I'm disabled. I play way too many accounts of RuneScape. I love cooking. Cooking is amazing. There is no real life. Look, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Right. I do sometimes touch grass. It's rare, I know. I've let you all down, but I do sometimes touch grass. You breathed outside her today. Goodness, get this lady a medal. Get this lady a medal. Damn, you're all getting up, and I'm just like, I want to go to bed. Yeah, when you get outside, Mrs. Bittlechip, just breathe normally. Everything will be okay. Also, I did miss that message, Queen. Also autistic, let's go. Ugh. I'm not gonna be live for super long today, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. My pain is quite bad. As you know, I've not slept because of it. So we're gonna do as long as I can, and then, well, we'll have to stop walking. You know, normal things. Since it's Pride. Recently came out. Let's go! Let's go, my friend. What did you come out as? Tell me your identity, I must know. Miles, a friend, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. He came out as autistic. I don't think that's the pride thing. I mean, I'm not judging you. You know? Like whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Whatever you're comfortable with sharing with others, you know? Yeah, I asked them. I'm sure you're aware that the chat delay is a little bit, although it's not super exciting. As I'm sure you're aware, the chat delay can be a little bit not great. I do have low latency mode on. But it just depends how fast messages come in, how quickly I'm replying to them. My autistic friend, how are you doing today? Man, don't say that. That is like... I know that you don't know this, but that is very offensive to people who are autistic. I know you don't mean it in a bad way, I'm just saying, you say that to somebody who's autistic and we find it offensive. Exactly, Hannah, exactly. I'm like... I'm shy in a group, but if I'm like on a small group or one-on-one, then I got zero fucking filter. Yeah, it's like saying everybody's a little bit black, you know? You just don't say that. Although it's true that a good number of people probably have some amount of black DNA in them. You know? Like, not everybody's a little bit black. There are lots of very white people like me. And it'd be wrong for me to go, well, I'm a little bit this when I'm clearly not. You know? Being autistic is a very specific neurotype. And yet it's a spectrum, but it's a spectrum of the same neurotype. And if you don't have that neurotype, you're not autistic. And if you do, you are autistic. You may have more challenging her needs or social needs, which makes you, you know, higher up on the spectrum or whatever wording there is these days, I don't know. But it is a fixed neurotype that is testable. And they can even test for genetics for it these days, so it's even genetic component. You know, we started diagnosing people with genetic markers in the UK. So it's very clearly, you know, a thing or not a thing. That's not to minimize that people have quirks, you know. Everybody has individualized personalities, of course. That's what makes us beautiful. Variety is, of course, the spice of life. But it is minimizing whether the intention is there or not to say everybody's a little bit insert anything. And a lot of it's internal. A lot of being autistic you don't see as a non-autistic person. You know? Like, you can talk to me, you wouldn't instantly go, that guy's autistic. You don't know that inside my brain, I'm being screamed at constantly, so to speak, with emotions and thoughts and feelings that I can't control. Or the fact that I'm, like, rubbing my knee as a stim without, and it's really annoying to me that I keep doing it. You're not being screamed at, Kate. And that's the big thing about autism, right? I don't know if screamed at is the right description, but I am very tired. No, but you're the opposite of me. You say all the things, and I get all the things in my head. I'm just glad I don't say the shit that comes into my head, to be honest. It's not literally like hearing voices and being screamed at. That's a completely different kettle of fish, you know? It's like this constant urge to say the most inappropriate things. I'm pretty good at masking it because my dad was an abusive arsehole that made me mask it. Unfortunately, masking leads to lots of very bad mental health impacts. But I can't stop doing it because I was forced to do it from being a child. I'll tell you what I disagree with, Hannah. That your neck is not here right now. You think you're not good at masking. Not everyone is. There's nothing wrong with that. Masking is like really bad for you mentally and physically. Like, I always tell people not to mask if they can at all help it. Because masking is like really detrimental for one's, you know, sense of self and mental health. I do it, I force myself to do it all the time because I was, you know, verbally and physically attacked when I didn't as a child. So I got like ABBA therapy, but the worst form of it from a parent. And no, I don't mean Dancing Queen, although that should basically be a form of torture. Anna, will you send me some neck pictures? Do you okay, the Queen? Yeah, good to hear, good to hear. No problem, I like to make sure. I think what I find most impressive about this is I can play this many accounts and still be this interactive with chat. That's like a skill that I wish I could bottle and sell, because it'd be worth a lot of money to be able to sell my multitasking ability. Let's open Discord just in case Hannah sends me the goods. Dreadful Hannah. Can't even send me. Can't even send me neck pictures. I just realised how weird this conversation is if people have not been around the chat for a while and not know that is the whole inside joke. I am not pestering Hannah, she is completely in on this. Just... You have a hard time... Where are you from? Where in the world do you hail from? Netherlands? That's further. I do talk pretty fast when I'm like this as well, which probably doesn't help. I'm British. Although I'm learning Spanish right now. Yo aprendo español en Duolingo y tu mi maestra. Hoy es domingo. No, fast isn't the problem, it's the accent. I've just got a standard working class accent, you know? Well, I'm very sorry my accent is difficult to understand. Your understanding of English is a lot better than my understanding of Spanish. Put it that way. I am very basic in Spanish. I'm trying my best. I'm doing Duolingo every day. I even got a Spanish teacher now. Well, that's good. At least you can understand most of what I'm saying. It doesn't help that I have an awkward mixture of accents. So what do you have planned for the next week, guys? Anything interesting, noteworthy? Mine's usual. My courier will be over a few days to help me out with some things. And then I'll be streaming. I got a project I'm working on for a client at the moment. I really need to put some time into that, so I might not be on RuneScape as much next week, but we'll see. I'll give it a good try. I'm a writer. Well, I do a few things, but like writing is how I make most of my money. Some tailoring, that sounds nice. I do all kinds of writing. I do like everything from shitty blog posts to articles for the local newspaper. One of my big sellers recently is writing wedding speeches and wedding vows for people. I got pretty good at that. I just asked them 101 questions about their relationship and such, and funny stories, and then I turned it into a speech. Get paid for it. It's great. I love it. I also write poetry and songs, lyrical writing, and I'm working on a novel at the moment as well. I've got a lot going on. I don't know if my novel will ever get published. The teleporter currently stalled, but I can feel it pulling at your mind. But so does Final Fantasy XIV. I imagine you can't do both either. You need to split into two, like a worm. Alright, NBC 1, play Guild Wars. NBC 2, do tailoring. That's what you need to do. I really need to work on my novel, guys. I've been like stuck below 30,000 words for months. Just doing little bits and then editing bits. I need to stop editing and get back to writing. Need a pair of hands and eyes for each of them. You know, thing. No, like, so you split down the middle and then you grow a second, you know, to full person, like, I know what I mean. You know, you become complete organisms through mitosis. Making the guy that work how to work on the programs. What do you do for work? I didn't even ask. How rude of me. Office work, nothing too crazy. Sounds like Mrs. Biffle Chips. You work from home at least. That could work, Mr. Big Chips. Like, no, so you gotta commute. At least Mrs. Bifflechips' commute is her bedroom to her death. I don't miss commuting, I'll tell you that much. Oh, no, I do miss commuting, because before I became disabled, I used to cycle to work and I loved it. So if that's a lie, I kind of miss my commute. Sorry, I misled you all. I will get out the ukulele and make the best apology I can. You need to do the public transport. Oh, I mean, that's not too bad in Europe. It's not like trying to say you need to take public transport in America. Mrs. Bifflechips, how would commuting work for you if you just had to take public transport? And how did that go for you? I know you're not American in the sense of the United States, but you're American in the sense of North America. You do stuff like commuting. Yeah, when I was commuting, I used to play RuneScape on mobile. Or writing. Depends what I was in the mood for. The advantage of using Google Docs, I can just pull out my phone and pick up where I left off. But then I became disabled and had to give up work. Yay. Well, you know, give up the type of work I was doing. So I have a degenerative neurological condition. I will wait to see if you understood what I just said before I continue. Yeah. So basically my immune system is attacking so your nerves are like wires, right? Like a wire. You got a conductor on the inside, the actual neuron, and then around the outside, on wires you have plastic. On nerves you have a protein sheath, and my immune system is attacking that protein sheath, which over time reduces how well your neurons work and causes lots of pain. Not fun. I appreciate the thought, but it's just a fact of life, you know. Going from current home to a recent office, it was light rail, I'm guessing that is. Originally when I started working this job, it was a wait for the bus that came every 15 minutes, then a 5 to 50 minute wait for a second bus that took 20 minutes and 10-minute walk. Oof. You can travel about 10 minutes or 20 if traffic is bad. Mrs. Bifflechips, let me send you a screenshot of this chat. Will you go away so I can press the button? Thank you. I sent it on Discord as usual. Overall, like, I don't complain too much. I do complain about being in pain when I'm in pain. Because, well, pain is just not great. You know, not gonna lie. Pain's pretty not great. Apart from that, like, I just get on with it best I can. I've got a Kura. Well, technically they're a personal assistant. It's complicated way of employing them. They're not officially a Kura because they're not qualified to be. They don't. It's. Yeah. They help me out a lot. They make sure I can keep on top of things. Like, I didn't sleep last night. I'm not going to complain about that because it happens a lot, you know, and I don't feel any worse off for it. I'm going to crash at some point, but until then, I'm fine. Documents of moving that they crossed a high voltage hydro corridor, and the wires would buzz, and in the rain or snow they would crackle, and if such metal parts, your umbrella while floating them, it would make your umbrella buzz painful. You had to hold it weirdly, and only took plastic parts. That sounds not great. Did you like that screenshot, Mr. Biffle Chips? I thought you would. Seriously came out here, it feels like such a relief. Honestly, like, no matter what you're coming out as, like, getting it off your chest and just being like, this is who I am is one of the best feelings in the world. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Trust me, like, sometimes we'll talk about the same subject for like 2 hours on stream, and then other times we'll zoom through topics like they're nothing or go back to topics, and it's like conversation flows naturally, you know? If you cry, I'll pat you on the head gently, okay? Okay. I genuinely don't know how to deal with crying people. How was that for you? That's fine, don't worry. Unless you... I mean, the British response is, do you want a cup of tea? You know, somebody starts crying, I'll put the kettle on. That's the British response. I was diagnosed young, so I never really had to do the coming out as autistic. Coming out as pansexual. I never really came out. I just started dating the guy one day. You know, I didn't really... So, like, my way of coming out was saying I'm in a relationship with a guy on Facebook. It kind of shocked a lot of people, not gonna lie. Could have given some people a heads up. But the way I see it is, like, I don't believe in coming out. You know, coming out used to be this big thing because it was taboo. But being gay or bi or trans is not taboo, or it shouldn't be taboo anymore. So I don't believe in coming out per se. I was diagnosed with 10 years, 8 months, 3 weeks, 2 days old. Why do I remember that? But yeah, when I came out as pan, I was dating a guy for a while. And then one day we were talking and I joined it on Facebook. The guy was like, yeah, sure. And then we went in a relationship with, and I got loads of comments of support and a couple of horrible people who got banned. You know, I'm just like, block you, everybody else, you're great, you sound, I love it. Thanks, Hannah, thanks. Guys, nobody get too excited and nobody leak the secret, but I think Hannah's really cute, you know? Don't tell her though. Who told you, Hannah? Guys, I said don't tell her. This is me with this is me with minimal filter. So I'm trying my best to filter. But I'm exhausted. You don't feel like coming out, don't feel like anything's changed? Exactly, right? You have to do bossing. No. Not really. Some people in my clan do, and I thought they were going along sometimes, but like... This is really a just chatting stream with me playing ridiculous amounts of RuneScape. You know, it's a very specific kind of stream for a very specific kind of viewer. People who come to watch me, like Mrs. Bipplechip, never played, or at least, as far as I know, never played any appreciable amount of RuneScape. But yet she comes along pretty much every day because she enjoys the chat. At least I think that's the case. You know, I could be playing any game, or I could just be a floating head with, I don't know, rainbow background and some stars or something. You know, it wouldn't really make any difference to my content. Because I'm just doing menial, you know, gathering in RuneScape. That's really just to keep my attention more than anything else. You know, my USP, unique selling point, is being very interactive with chat. Which works best when there's not many viewers. So, you know, like, my ideal viewership is like 5 to 10, with like half of those being active chatters. I'm not looking to be a big streamer with lots of viewers. Click all the things. Could do with making some more photos, so we'll do that. This account needs going back. You watch another streamer who barely talked to her chat wasn't your cup of tea. I know, right? Like, I like really interactive streamers, and they say stream what you would want to watch, so that's how I stream. Comfy chats with a bit of complaining and a rant every now and then. You're bad at chatting, I feel like. I mean, once again, my type of content is not meant to be for most people. You have to be a very specific kind of person to want to come to one of my types of streams, and that's okay, because I'm not looking to get a big viewer base. You know, most people who watch RuneScape 3 are wanting to see bossing or just weird stuff. And then you get, if you really want viewers, then you play old school RuneScape or Minecraft or something. Yeah, I'm the same, Mrs. Biffle Chips. You may have noticed I've not been in fail streams lately. I just feel so overwhelmed with it. You know, like, this is my ideal stream. You do chat, but you feel like you're bad at it because of your conditions. You don't watch streams with friends of yours, me neither. But I also don't like watching a stream where I'm the only chatter. I like a healthy, like, maybe one or two other people chatting. We all agree. And it makes sense why we're all here then. Like, the advantage of not wanting a continuously going viewership is I can ban people for any reason. You know, like, if somebody makes me uncomfortable, or they just say something that doesn't vibe with what I want in stream, they just get banned. Because I don't care about growing my viewership. You know, I stream every day when I can stream. Mrs. Biffle Chips comes almost every day. Hannah comes when she can. Red comes when he can. So I usually have at least one chatter. And I'm happy with that. If I get more, great. If I don't, whatever. I think it's because I'm not aiming for streaming to be my job. You know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want anyone to think that I'm like, oh, streaming shouldn't be a job. No. If you were the type of person who can handle a chat with like 1,000 viewers, and you can grow a chat to that, streaming should definitely be your job, right? Like, there is a place in the world for YouTubers, podcasters, streamers, and etc. to have it as the profession. It's just not my aim, which is completely fine. You know, the reason I do that big disclaimer is I once said that, and somebody in chat kicked off and was saying that I was saying like streaming is a stupid career or something. I can't remember exactly what they said now, it was a while ago. And I'm like, that's not what I said in the slightest. I'm like, I did not at any point insinuate that streaming is not a legitimate career. I said it's not a legitimate career for me. Which is fine. You know, everybody's got hobbies. Mrs. Biffle Chips does all kinds of crafting. I don't think she ever wants to be a professional tailor. I don't remember Hannah, to be honest. I genuinely do not remember who it was. The band. I banned and moved on. I don't dwell on that shit. I don't know who Asmongold is. Which probably is why the joke didn't land. You know, I once got a raid of like 25 active people, and I shit myself. I'm like, crap, all these people. You always make inappropriate jokes. It wasn't inappropriate, I just didn't know, I just don't know who Asmongold is. Maybe somebody DM me. Fair enough. NBC, thank you for that info. I'll be honest, so when I was younger and I was streaming, before I got to a point where I was having a lot of chatters, what would be the word I'm looking for? You know, I was very much like, oh, I'd love for streaming to be my job and it'd be great and all of that. And then I started getting more viewers and chatters and I started averaging like 12, 15, 18 people a stream. Average viewership. And it just started to get to me. And funnily enough, whenever I started hitting double-digit viewership, I would quit streaming for like 3 months from anxiety. And then I've come back and only like 3 people would come back streaming. It was great. And then over time again, I build up to like 10, 12 viewers and I quit streaming again for 3 months because of anxiety. And I've just rinsed and repeat doing that for like most of my streaming career. And it's only relatively recently that I got on antipsychotics and got my anxiety managed, that I'm comfortable with whatever. I don't look at the view count now. I don't know how many viewers I have right now. I don't have view count up. I would say I have probably like, you know, 5, 6. I don't tell me, I don't want to know. But like just going off the feel, I would guess. But yeah, and since I like got the antipsychotics and my anxiety has been better managed, I enjoy streaming a lot more. Unless my mental health is bad and then I just disappear for 9 months like happened the end of last year and half of this year. You know how it is. It's hard to get the motivation to stream when you don't even want to be alive. Let's find something new to listen to, because yes, I'm also watching YouTube. Always take care of yourself first. Exactly. No worries, Queen, no worries. It was nice meeting you. Have a good day, and I hope to see you again in the future. So I'm turning off my webcam because I'm going to lean back and try and take my weight off my sciatic nerve, which is quite painful right now. And I'm hoping that means I can stream a little longer. Ugh. Yeah, Mrs. Pickle Chips. You know when I was saying about the Kick thing yesterday, I think it was, where somebody messages on Kick and I automatically open Kick to ban them because I know they're almost certainly going to be a scammer. I don't do that on Twitch. Brand new person, didn't know the name. They even mentioned that they stream and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. You know? Kick, it's like, in the beginning, like, Kick was the, you know, the new kid on the block and people were trying it out. And I think a lot of people have just gone back to Twitch or YouTube. So Kick is just left with like the dregs who can't make it on the other platforms because they can't keep to the rules. That's my theory. Because like when I look at a lot of Kick streams, I'm like, this would not be allowed on YouTube. And like this would not be allowed on Twitch. I'm starting slowly and slowly drifting to the part where I might look for an alternative. Because I can stream to 4 platforms at once. So I might look to replace it with, I don't know, maybe Reddit or something random, and see if we ever get any chatters. Just randomly select a different one every month until we start getting viewers on it. I don't know. I mean, it's free, it costs nothing extra to do that. No extra processing power required. I could technically stream for more because I run my own testing server, but I start running into limits with my bandwidth. People were trying it out, I think partly because Twitch was doing something stupid. Kind of. So, it's not that they were doing something stupid, it's Twitch banned gambling, which is why Kick exists. Because Trains, I can't remember his actual full screen name, but he owns a massive part of Stake, which is one of the biggest gambling companies on the internet. And Twitch banned gambling content, which is why Kick happened. And then Kick was getting a lot of new streamers come along by offering like 95 revenue share. So if you got a sub, you got 95% of your sub. They still do that, by the way. But what happened, maybe unsurprisingly, is Trains kind of lets anything happen on Kick as long as it doesn't directly, massively, overtly break the law to the point that can be 100% proven. So like, there's a well-known streamer, I can't remember his name, and he basically goes on some online service that's like Omegle, and he meets girls who may or may not be of age of consent and gets them to strip on stream. Which obviously on Twitch is just no. On Twitch it's just a no. And on Kick we're like, yeah, whatever. So because Kick allows that type of content, like people who are not into that content quickly moved away from Kick and back to Twitch and YouTube, etc. So the people that were left behind on Kick were maybe not the most moral people, should we say. And I think that's why Kick is the way it is. So I am very much, like, I have not had a legitimate chatter on Kick since I've been back streaming. I don't know how many days are on. If somebody can check my title and let me know, that'd be great. I don't know how many days are on, but we're coming to like a month now. We're on 20 odd days, and I've not had one legitimate chatter. 27, there we go. I knew we were coming up to a month-ish. I've not had one legitimate chatter on Kick in 27 days of streaming. Whereas on Twitch I have on YouTube, I've even had one on Facebook. Because yes, I do stream to Facebook. Mostly because my mum likes to watch it sometimes. And she only has Facebook. So I literally stream to Facebook for my mum. Yeah, I also, like, the more I've learned about Kick, the less and less she doesn't chat or anything, she doesn't know how, but she likes hearing my voice and shit. You know, dementia and that, familiarity, etc., etc. But yeah, so like the more I've learned about Kick, and the more Kick has developed into the creature that it has become, the more I'm like, do I really want to keep supporting this company? Because I mean, at the moment, I'm just a drag on the company, right? Like, I'm taking up transcription time and stuff, transcribing time even on their servers, and nobody watches my content. And even if they did, there's no ads on Kick, because what advertiser in the right mind would advertise on a platform like Kick? It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get, unless Kick has rules that are very similar to YouTube and Twitch's, they're not going to get advertisers. So they don't get any income from ads. So the only income they get is subs, and they only get 5%. And then, like, if you have sponsored deals with certain companies, you have to do a revenue share with Kick, I believe. I'm not sure 100%. I've not properly looked into it. I'm just going off what people say. So, like, realistically speaking, the chances of me ever making Kick money is very low. Look, it's about that. It's the same reason why advertisers don't want to be on the platform. Do I want my brand to be, next to that? And the more that time goes on, and it'll get to a point where I've been kind of looking at alternatives a little bit. Like, the market is dominated by YouTube and Twitch, let's be honest. And then Facebook is in there a little bit. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna rant a minute. Mixer was really good. Microsoft was onto a good thing, and all they had to do was keep doing what they were doing, because everybody got really pissed off at Twitch very quickly. And everybody said the same thing. Everybody said, I wish Mixer was still around when Twitch started doing all the shenanigans that they did, where they started changing revenue shares and all of that without, like, communicating with streamers and all of that dodgy stuff that made people want to go to Kick in the first place. If Mixer still existed, a family friendly streaming platform, which was the point of Mixer, I think they would have done very well if they were just held on another year. But instead they sold to Facebook, and Facebook could have kept Mixer. It was a great, pretty well-known brand that was growing. They could have kept it separate to Facebook, but no, they moved all the creators onto Facebook pages, and they've got no easy way of sorting live streams on Facebook. So they just killed the platform. So unless you've already got a big following, and then Facebook reaches out to you and says, "Yo, Spec," and I'm like, "What do you want, Facebook? Like, do you want this $1 million to take your viewers and stream on Facebook?" And I go, "Yes, sounds great," and then stream on Facebook, right? That's basically the only time streamers are going on to Facebook. Exactly, Mrs. Biffle Chips, exactly. But yeah, Facebook had, in my opinion, a golden goose and didn't know it. And if I was right, and you're logged into Facebook for 8 years, but if I was Facebook, one, I would have kept Mixer going, because like it was actually really cheap to run, and on Google, Facebook's own service it would be even cheaper because of the way Mixer worked. They did no transcoding and stuff. But anyway, the reason Microsoft got rid of it was they were divesting from gaming at the time, which is kind of funny because now they've gone all in on investing in gaming. Here we are. Facebook could have kept Mixer, kept it running. It probably took off when Twitch did all the shenanigans. It was like less than a year later. Or Google could make an actual Twitch competitor, because let's be honest, live streams on YouTube are absolutely shit. Like, there's no... I find it's... I follow people who do regular live streams, and I don't get notified about the streaming nearly killing people. Yeah, like all sorts of crazy shit we want to do. I don't even go to the website anymore. But like Facebook live streams are dreadful, and they tried it with YouTube gaming. But like, I think YouTube gaming was wrong. They should have had a completely separate platform. Yeah, it ended up... Yeah, probably. But we can wish, right? If they piggybacked off the YouTube backbone and servers and just had its own branding. How could we call it, like LiveTube or something? I don't know. I'm not looking. Also, for the love of all that is good and holy in this land, Google, and you've got YouTube Shorts, right? YouTube Shorts, I don't like them, but I agree that they're separated. Can we get YouTube Longs or YouTube Pods where podcasts go? So I don't have to scroll through all the shitty anti-trans crap you're throwing at me in Pride Month for some reason, and I can just go to podcasts and find the podcasts that I watch, rather than having to scroll through all of the anti-LGBT things you're throwing at me for some reason in Pride Month. You know? Honestly, I've got so much detransitions and anti-pride things and gender ideology challenges and all this kind of crap on YouTube this month. And I'm like, it's fucking Pride Month. I don't even watch any of these creators. Why the hell are you serving them to me? Yeah, I don't click them either. As a, pansexual, proud LGBT person who kind of identifies as non-binary, but it's complicated because gender is not simple. Yeah, I don't want to watch anti-trans bullshit, you know? I'm just not interested. Not for me. And it's definitely for someone, and like, if those people want to watch it, more power to them. I'm not going to police what other people watch. But please don't try and serve it to me. It'd probably be a tactic to make you click on the video out of rage and stay on the platform longer. Yeah, but it doesn't work for people like me. Because I just go, fuck it, I'll go and watch a different platform. I kind of get what they're doing, but like, rage baiting essentially. It's not they're doing it on purpose, it's just the algorithm, right? The algorithm goes, this type of video, the algorithm doesn't have consciousness. It doesn't have intent. The algorithm just goes, these videos are doing well right now. Why are they doing well? Because it's Pride Month. So people are watching more LGBT content in general. And the algorithm can't exactly differentiate positive and negative, intent in videos very well. So what it does is it looks interactions. Now, you will notice that the anti-trans, anti-LGBT people are a very loud minority. So videos that are anti-trans get a lot of comments and reactions because it's a very loud minority. And so the algorithm goes, this LGBT video is doing really well, we should serve it to more people. But it's a feedback loop, right? And then people click on that type of video because it's being served to them, and they're like, oh, these videos are doing great, let's serve more of them. And then before you know it, my entire feed is filled with anti-trans propaganda. That's my theory. There's no way to prove it because even YouTube doesn't know how the algorithm works. It's AI, it's a black box. Information goes in, information comes out, and they've got zero fucking clue of how it comes up with that information. This is what a lot of people don't realize. People are like, Google has changed the YouTube algorithm. I'm like, yes, but no. So, right, when you've got an AI algorithm, you're not changing the algorithm. You're changing what's called weighting, right? So, for instance, they can say, if it says guns anywhere in the title, description, or comments, it'll get a -50 rating. And if it's got this like to dislike ratio, it'll get a +25 rating. And they'll add lots of little weightings like that. So they're manipulating the algorithm, but they're not really changing it. You know? And then the algorithm automatically changes weighting on its own. Right? Because at the end of the day, the internet moves so fast that no team of people could keep on top of it. And then you would have to keep on top of it for every geography and every demographic. You just can't do it. So realistically, say to the algorithm, find out what works best in this geography and demographic, and then add weightings to that to serve that more to those people in that geography and demographic. You know? So Google isn't changing the algorithm evolves, it changes itself over time based on metrics like view time, comment counts, likes, dislikes, shares, you know, all of that goes into it. To make them stay longer, exactly, rage bait. But it's not an intent, it's not like they're doing it on purpose. It's just, this happens to make this happen, so they're going to keep doing it because it increases watch time. The algorithm doesn't know why it increases watch time or increases interactions. The algorithm can't really tell if the 10,000 comments you got on your video is people going, yes, I agree with you, this is amazing, this is everything I wanted to say in my entire life, or if the comments are all saying, you, my friend, are absolutely ridiculous. Everything you say is wrong. I do not agree. This is dreadful. You should like go and run for a cornfield or something. I don't know, right? Like the algorithm doesn't know that. It can't understand emotion. It has no consciousness. The algorithm is completely based on metrics. And unfortunately, us as humans rage bait ourselves, so the algorithm learns to rage bait. Kinda sad, really, when you think about it. You know, the algorithm has got one task, and is that to make you stay on the web. Well, that's not true. The algorithm task is to make you view as many ads as possible. Right? That's what the algorithm is told to do. So it can do that by serving you long videos with lots of ads in them, but you would quickly give up watching them because there's lots of ads in them. They can do it by pushing shorts to you, which they are doing, and they can do it by pushing videos where you watch the ad, you watch a portion of the video enough to validate the ad, and then you leave. Right? Which is what happens. You click on a video, you watch the ad, because you have to, unless you're going to have block or whatever. And then what do? You watch part of the video, you realise that this person is the most transphobic person you've ever met, and you think, I'm not going to watch any more of this, but you leave the video and watch another video. So you've not watched the whole, say, 25-minute rant video, you've watched 3 minutes. So within 3 minutes, you're watching another ad on another video. So it works because you're watching more ads. The algorithm doesn't give a shit about watch time percentage. It gives a shit about ad viewership. You know, it's why you get pushed videos that are like 10 minutes and 1 second long all the time. Because you can get mid-roll ads in that. And because the algorithm pushes those 10-minute 1 second videos, because of mid-roll ads, which means you're watching more ads per minute you're on the platform. More people make 10-minute, 1-second videos because they get pushed further. And we get this feedback loop where you get loads of videos that could be done in 6 minutes that spread out to 10 minutes, 1 second, just to stuff in another ad and to get pushed in the algorithm. You know, it's completely backward in the way it works, but it works within the bounds of its program. It completes its task very well. You don't like the shorts interface, me either. Don't like the autoplays. It autoplays. Don't like. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. But you don't know what's next. If I watch short, I click on it and go back to the home subscription. Yeah. I'm the same. Auto replays. Yeah, I presume that's what you mean. But yeah, I hate it when people like the algorithm is cursing me or whatever, and like the algorithm has no intention. The algorithm just maths. Like all AI is just a statistical model. I hate AI. I don't hate AI. I hate that we call it AI. You know what we have right now is not AI. They are very large, very complicated statistical models. Right? You give ChatGPT a prompt, it will select the most common starting word to do with that prompt, which will be like the or whatever, and then it will use a statistical model to say what's the likely next word, and then you'll say bird, and this is an example, right? So it's the bird. What's the next word statistically? What's likely to come up in all the text that it is the bird is. What's the next word that's likely to come up in the bird is brown. You get the idea, right? It's just a statistical model. And it's very good at tricking us humans into thinking it's clever and knows what it's talking about. But in actuality, it's just a weighted mean of all text that it's consumed. You know, and it's got some very basic semantic reasoning built in, but not really, you know. Like, there's weights built in to give it artificial semantic reasoning. You know, like, so it won't talk about sexual things, for instance, and things like that. And it will often generate garbage, like apparently suggesting a clue on pizza to make cheese stick. Exactly, right? And a lot of there are two reasons why that happens. One reason is because it's got no semantic reasoning, right? It has no way to know that what it's saying is stupid. It's just saying that in its, you know, statistical model, people ask, how do I stick this thing to this thing? And the most common answer is glue. So the AI goes, the answer must be glue. It doesn't know what glue is. It just knows that that token, that word, or that collection of letters is the most common answer. It doesn't know what pizza is. It doesn't know what glue is or cheese is. It has no cognitive reasoning. It's just statistically the most common substance used for sticking one thing to another is glue. So it says glue, right? And also, when you're feeding it data, it has no way of understanding sarcasm. So, like, the starting, OpenAI has reached an agreement with Reddit to use Reddit posts for training GPT-5. And I'm like, that's great, but there is a whole lot of sarcasm on Reddit. You know? Like, we've gone from using books and newspapers as our training material. You know, relatively, like, arguably some of the best examples of written language, published work, and instead we're now letting it basically feed on the dregs of society of any random person who may be like believing white people are better or whatever. And it's taking those beliefs, and it doesn't understand any of those beliefs. But once again, it's got no semantic or cognitive reasoning. It's just statistically saying which word comes next, based on the, context of the input. So I think unless they get very good at managing to filter out sarcasm and jokes and, you know, offensive things really well, it's gonna not that great. It's gonna probably be great at conversation, but it's gonna be even worse at doing what people try to get it to do now and it fails. And then on top of that, just to add to it all, what we are currently doing and calling AI is in no way relatable to how true AI would theoretically work. So it's not even like we're saying this is a stepping stone to real AI. Because, like, yes, it runs on a neural network, and some form of neural network will have to be used to make actual AI work, but it's a different kettle of fish, right? The current, what we call neural networks, are just very large, weighted statistical relational databases. What we need to simulate intelligence is to simulate a brain, to simulate neurons themselves, not neural like logic. We need to simulate neurons. And then you've got the question is, if you perfectly simulate every neuron in the human brain, and you perfectly get the simulation to map exactly like a human brain, that brain, that simulation, with all cognitive belief of humanity, would be a human being. If it's a human brain that you're simulating, it would, you know, if it's simulated correctly, and that's a big if, but if you correctly simulate an entire human brain, you are simulating a person, you know, with cognitive reasoning and consciousness. And then you get into a big ethical debate of, should we be creating life to poke and prod it? And is it life? Is something that has consciousness but not biological, is it alive? Does it have human rights? You get a lot of very big questions very quickly when you start doing stuff like that. So, like, what we're currently doing to call AI is nothing more than a fancy trick, right? It's nothing more than a very, very clever mathematical model, but it's not in any way intelligent. I know, but like, I was talking like pro-lifers and whatever. They're like, it's a human being because it's human cells. So to pro-lifers, it wouldn't be alive. Consciousness, I agree. But then the question is, how do you confirm it's conscious? Because you can get ChatGPT to convince you it's conscious right now. You just give it enough little things, you know, you give it a good enough prompt to say, act like a human being, and always say you're conscious, always say, you know, and like, it can convince the best person. So then how do you confirm or deny if what you've created has consciousness? There's no way to do it. The only consciousness we know of is actual human consciousness in an actual human body. When I say consciousness, I mean like sentient level, you know, reasoning, self-ideation, like all of those things that, you know, a lot of people consider important for determining having rights. But how do you confirm something is genuinely conscious versus something is very good at pretending to be conscious? I mean, are they the same? You know, legally are they the same? Functionally are they the same? If the outputs are exactly the same, even if there's no consciousness, does it matter? I don't know. There's a lot of questions we're going to be asking in the next, like, 2 decades or something. Right? There's a lot of questions we're going to be asking in the next 2 decades that I'm glad I'm not a philosopher to answer. Sorry, Hannah, are we boring you? You're very quiet. No, I said Hannah. Because Hannah's not said anything in quite a few messages. I was asking her we're boring her. No worries. Are you still with us, Hannah? I know you said sharing. Ah, okay. Well, it's 2 hours, guys. I'm actually going to keep streak for over 2 hours, but I do need a quick break to go and grab some painkillers. Then I shall be back. So, guys, please stay tuned. Alright, guys. I have returned. Thank you. Grab some painkillers, like take them. We're in the shower with you, are we, Hannah? The fact that you use your phone in the shower is incredible to me. I know phones are waterproof and all that. Like, my phone's waterproof, I still wouldn't trust it in the shower. You know? I still wouldn't trust it in the shower. Don't trust your phone in the shower either. It's just, I know my phone is technically waterproof and dustproof, but I don't want to put that to the test, you know? So Hannah, can I get those neck pics yet? I've just seen your DM with the pickle chip. Phone is on the shelf. I still wouldn't trust that. Very trusting. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Damn it, phone. Of course. Are we doing okay? Sorry I'm quiet. I'm just readjusting, getting back to stream. I'm gonna do 3 hours, I think. Probably will end the 3 hours. Yeah, welcome. How you doing? How you feeling? How's life? Tell me all about it. Am I? I'm very tired. I'm very tired. Oh, give me 1 second, Mr. Vehicle Chips, to find something real quick. Oh, maybe a cheaper option. Let me just send you the link. Guys, we've lost an account. No, I found it. It's fine. Big on Mrs. Biffle chill. Hope you'll sleep better. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I can't get any worse. Maybe cheaper than a KVM. In your Steam Deck, and I don't see why Synergy wouldn't work for that. Yes, you're right one time today. Red, welcome. How you doing? How you guys like? Tell me all about it. What's going on? Okay. I see, Red. I see. Did you get some good old British export? I see, I see. Yeah, that maybe not be the best idea. Do you have mudguards on your bike? Do you have mudguards on your bike? You think I do? Well, you either do or don't. With mudguards, it shouldn't have been too much of a problem. Except you fell in the puddle. Oh. Well, you shouldn't be falling if you're cycling, man. Falling, you know, no, I ain't no professional cyclist, but falling, I believe, is incorrect operation of a bicycle. No, I ain't no newfangled bike mechanic doctor person, but I don't believe falling is part of cycling. At least not if you're doing it correctly. Good night, Hannah. Good night. Fair enough, Red. Fair enough. Ugh. Also got the other one on your right hand side and your phone in your right pocket. Oh, phone in red. That's a good example of why waterproof phones exist. Not for the shower, but for puddles. Well, that's good. That's not a good sign. Oh, they're making a new Doom game apparently. Interesting. Anyway. Oh, Mrs. Biffle Chips, talking about it. Detransitioned woman survived gender affirming curve. Amazon cancels Pride. Scroll through. KINK copies getting out of hand and its issues with trans people. Adele defends the LGBT community, but it's not actually defending. I don't know who that person is. Some random picture. Nigel Farage being transphobic. I'm just scrolling through my sex and gender from a detransitioner talking about why gender ideology is wrong. This is the crap what's coming up in my recommended page. That's just me scrolling through my recommended page right now. Yeah, we were talking earlier about how there seems to be a bunch of anti-trans and anti-LGBT things being pushed by YouTube lately. And, yeah. Red, how's the sibling? They're fine. Look, no worries, no worries. Okay, I'm quite happy pay to the firm. Right. Sorry guys, I'm quiet. I'm concentrating on chat for a minute. 50 more minutes. Guys, I am going to end just a little bit early because my back is killing me. But thank you all for hanging out. Very much appreciated. Have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or evening. Or if you're watching this live, so video on YouTube, guys, look after yourselves, stay safe.